Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how to use my brush set in action and show you how to get this look. This set is now available online at sigmabeauty.com. I am so excited for you guys to see it and see the brushes in action and see why I picked each one and what it does and how it works and all of that. So I will link it down below so you can check it out. Before we dive into the tutorial, I wanted to let you guys know that Sigma is vegan and cruelty-free. All of the bristles are synthetic hair and they're waterproof. They have an interlocking system on the brushes so that ensures that they're waterproof. These 3 brushes in the set are custom designed and created by me, and these 2 are staples of mine that I currently use that Sigma already creates. We just added them into this set so that you have them. This entire brush set is designed for both the beginner and the professional. If you're first getting started into makeup and you don't have any brushes, this is a brush set for you. You've got every single brush that you need to create a full face, which I'm going to show you how to do today. And then if you're a pro, these are staple brushes that you know that you can rely on in your kit. Personally, I love this set for traveling. All last year I had so much going on, so I took these everywhere with me. I'm gonna break them down for you today and show you how I use each one, to show them how you can use each one. And if you get your brush set and you end up using these in a different way than I showed today, I would love to know how you use it, because I purposely designed these to be very versatile and multi-purpose. So I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. Please subscribe and let's get started. Got my dad's coffee cup. I stole it when I moved out. It's my favorite. All right. What's up, you guys? I'm so excited to be doing this video today. I actually filmed it yesterday and my microphone was off, so this better be on. I'm also excited because I'm going to show you a new foundation that I have been loving, and I just tinted my eyebrows today. So starting off, I'm going to be using the Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Sublime primer. If it would focus on it, that would be fabulous. I'm gonna squirt a little bit on the back of my hand, rub this in on my face. Something about this brush set and like finally being able to show it to you and tell you about it is getting me really, really excited to do makeup. I've honestly had my final brushes for over a year. I've used them all last year. I used them on my wedding day. I used them on my bachelorette party, on my honeymoon, for my bridal shower, and I couldn't show them to you. But I really put them to the test, so I'm excited. Today, I'm gonna be using the brand new Makeup Forever HD Skin Foundation. I have been using this recently and have been loving it. If you have oily skin, you are going to die over this foundation. This reminds me so much of the Chanel Vital Lumiere Aqua Foundation, kind of an old school foundation, but I used to use it all the time and it was one of my favorites. The shade I have is 2N26, but I also have 1N14, which is my lighter shade. And I kind of felt like yesterday when I did my makeup, it was a little orangey, so I think I might actually mix these 2 together. So I'm gonna put 1 pump of each on the back of my hand like this, and then I'm going to grab Fox 4 brush from the Brianna Fox brush set. So this is what this brush looks like, and this is my favorite brush in the whole kit. So you want to take it and just push it and drag it onto the skin. You could do circle motions. I personally don't prefer that so much. I like a push drag, but basically I wanted to create my dream foundation brush. It was a brush that I had envisioned in my mind and had not come across yet. I've come across things that like, I liked this about this brush, or this about this brush, and this about this brush. So I just kind of combined all of my favorite things about brushes that I currently love and made it into my dream brush. So this brush can be used for literally any cream product on your face. You could probably use it for powder too. You're just gonna get like a really full coverage with that, but go for it if that's what you're into. I wanted to design a brush that if I was traveling, I didn't need to rely on grabbing like a bronzer brush, a highlight brush, a this, a this, a this. I literally needed one, and this will do that for you. And I'm gonna show you. What's amazing about this brush is the shape of it is that more rounded tulip shape, which I'm obsessed with. You're gonna hear me talk about that shape a lot. And it's flexible. So like right now, I'm gonna go around my eyebrows, and it can just curve around different parts of your face. You can use this for cream bronzer, cream blush, cream highlight. I'm gonna use it for my concealer. You can kind of just like form the brush to shape however you want. which is so ideal for me. Like, especially for foundation, I like it shaped one way. For my cream bronzer, I like it more in a wedge shape, and you can kind of just form it to what works best for you. The other thing that was so important to me when making this brush was the handle. So as you can see, it is a lot thinner than most foundation brushes. I feel like a lot of times with foundation brushes, the handle is really, really big. Like, okay, that was a little dramatic. Usually they're really, really big and fat, and I find that my hand just gets really tired when applying my foundation with brushes like that. I was really, really intentional about the shape, the length, and the size of this handle. So I hope you guys love it just as much as I do. Okay, so now for concealer, I'm gonna mix 2 shades together, but I'm gonna be using the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Concealer. This shade is 2W, and I'm gonna dot just a tiny bit of the 3.5N just because this is a little too dark, but it'll kind of warm this one up a little bit. I'm just gonna bring this here. Doot. Doot. So now what I'm gonna do with my brush is I'm gonna form it on my hand. You don't have to do this, but I personally like to. So I'm just gonna take it and kind of push it like this, and it's going to start to mend into that wedge shape. So I had it more rounded before. Now it's gonna go like this, so it can very easily fit under my eye area. So what I'm gonna do is look up with my eyes, place this here, and just start pushing it in. I'm not dragging, I'm just pushing the concealer in. And do you see it? It just blends it in for me. You can also turn your brush to the side and it'll blend it in this way. Takes no time. Now moving on to cream bronzer, I'm gonna be using the Fenty cream bronzer in Macchiato. This is what this looks like. It's one of my favorite bronzer contour products. So I'm gonna use this in the same way that I applied the concealer. I'm gonna use it in that wedge shape. Just pick it up right here in the product, and I'm gonna start right at the top of my ear, right back here by my hair, and start just pushing it. See, I'm not moving it around and dragging it and stuff. I'm just pushing this into the skin. I'm also holding about halfway down, kind of towards the end of the handle. The closer to the ferrule here you hold, it's gonna apply a lot more product and just be a lot more dense and pigmented. But the further away that you hold, the less pigmented it will be. So I always start further back just because you never know. And it's so much easier to just add on than it is to have a heavy hand and then have to take away. Okay, so moving on to blush, I'm gonna use one of my new favorite cream blushes. This is Cheek Up Glow Play Blush from MAC. It is a beautiful, just like kiss of pink colored blush. So I'm gonna use the same Fox 4 brush that I was using and pick it directly up in the product, and then start stippling this onto the cheeks. Just like this. I'm gonna do some pushing motions, just like that. You can do push drags. It just gives you a nice kiss of pink. Making sure to hold back at first. This is a decently sheer blush, so you can use this for cream highlight as well. All you would do is just pop it in, you know, stipple it in. But I wanna use powder today just to show you another brush. But just letting you know, you can use this for cream highlight as well. And I believe I show you in the video that's on Sigma's website when you're shopping for this. So yes. Moving on to the Fox 5 brush. So this is the same thing as the tapered highlighter brush from Sigma. Let me show you one that I have here. You can see how it kind of just fluffs out over time. It's a lot more structured and skinny when you first get it, but over time it will fluff out. So what makes this one unique is the gloss black ferrule that matches the rest of the set. And of course, my name and then the number is Fox 5. So you can use this for so many different things. You can use it to set your face with regular translucent powder. You can use it to highlight with like a shimmery highlight on your cheekbone. You can use this to apply powder blush like onto the cheeks like this. You can use this to contour right here in this area. You can even pop it here. You can use this for so many different things. I'm actually gonna use some powder blush to show you how to do powder blush as well. So let me grab one of my MAC blushes. Let's do a little bit of Gingerly and a little bit of Peaches. I like to mix them together. And I'm just gonna pop it in like that. So just wanted to show you that. And then I'm gonna use powder highlight to highlight my brow bone, my cheekbone. So I'm gonna use the Becca Champagne Pop Highlighter. I believe you can still get these. I know that Becca closed their brand, but I'm pretty sure you can still buy this via Smashbox, I think. If not, just go in with your favorite highlighter. I'm gonna take this right on the very tip of it. So before, when we used the blush, we used this part of the brush, and now we're using the very tip of the brush. So I'm gonna pop this right here on the cheekbone, and I'm gonna curve it around into the brow bone area right here. It's just gonna highlight this whole area. And then I'm gonna take my finger and grab the highlighter, pop it right on the center of the nose, as well as my Cupid's bow. And take the brush and just blend that out. I'm also gonna grab my translucent powder from Laura Mercier and set the areas where I get pretty oily. So right here, on the sides of the nose, under the eye, chin, center of the forehead. Those were the two face brushes that I used so far to achieve a full face of makeup. Both of these are in the set, and now we can move on to the eyes, which I actually don't even feel like I need to fill in my freaking eyebrows because my brow tint did such a good job, but I'm gonna just do a little bit of finishing touches to them. Let me grab my brow pencil. Brows are done, and now I'm gonna go into the MAC Painterly Paint Pot. This is my favorite eyeshadow primer. Good stuff. Okay, brows are done and my eyes are prepped and primed, ready to go. It's time for eyeshadow. So I'm gonna be using the Sigma Warm Neutrals palette. I believe they redesigned this, so it's now like a more rectangular shape, but it's just a really good neutral palette. It looks like this. This is also what I used on Sigma's website to create a look with my brush set, but I'm gonna do a different look today. I do kind of like a vamped up everyday look that I would normally do more of like a winged out effect, where the look that's over on their website is a more dramatic, blown out, smoky, sexy sort of look. So the first brush that I'm going to use is the Fox One brush. This is a tapered, tulip shaped fluffy brush. It's perfect for the crease and the transition area. This is what it looks like up close so you can see it. What I like to do with any brand new brush is just mess it up a little bit. When you get your brushes, they're totally perfect and they're in those wrappers, so it's just perfectly structured. So to get it to be the shape that I intended it to be, I encourage you to rough it up. Either wash the brush with soap and water, let it dry, and then it's ready to go. And on top of that, the more you use all of your brushes, the better they're going to get. So just do this, fluff it up. You don't want it to be like this, where it's like stuck out like that. You'll want to like make sure it's combed out and nice before you go in with it with your eyeshadow, but it really just fluffs out to the shape that it's meant to be once you do that. So I'm gonna go into the color Toasty. I take this and just put it directly onto the eyelid, move it around, and then in circular motions, I'm gonna bring it into the crease. The shape of this brush is meant to fit perfectly in your crease area because it's that tulip shaped. I'm gonna bring this and connect it into like my brow contour, bring it out. And then because I want to do more of that fox eye look today, I'm also going to start kind of flicking it on the outer edge here and start bringing it in. Just connecting it into that shape. See how I'm kind of creating that V shape there? I'm also now going to look upwards and bring this underneath. And this is going to help with that whole fox eye, cat eye shape. See, I'm just kind of bringing it all out here. So now I'm going to mix Toasty with henna because henna is just a little bit too dark. So I'm just gonna go back and forth using the same brush, and I'm popping this on the outer corner. See, I'm holding far back on my brush. I'm just gonna start building up that color and that shape. Okay, so now I'm actually gonna switch over into the Fox 3 brush. This is the same thing as a Sigma E15. We just have the white hair and then the black gloss ferrule. I am going to pick up After Hours and mix it with henna and create my wing here. You always wanna tap off your brushes because you don't wanna get any fallout. I'm gonna look up and I'm gonna follow the line of my bottom lash line. If you want a full in-depth tutorial on how I do my more like winged out looks like this, I will link my tutorial right up here. But I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna make sure that I'm following this line. I'm not going up like this. I'm not bringing it down like this and following the top lash line. I'm following this right here. And you can kind of just boop, stamp it right in there and flick. Now we're just gonna build onto that. So I'm gonna mix those same two shades together and start flicking this upwards and kind of creating just this little shadow wing here. So we've got that shadow wing going on. We are gonna go and blend it out a little bit. I'm gonna switch into the Fox 2 brush, which I will show you to compare. This is the Fox 1 next to the Fox 2, so you can see the size differences. It's kind of just like a little mini version of the Fox 1, and you can see that the Fox 1 is a lot more flexible, where this one's a little bit more dense, but still very fluffy. It's just gonna be a little bit smaller, so you can have a little bit more control, add a little bit more pigment while still being fluffy and blending out. So it's my favorite thing to use this brush for. So I'm gonna pick up a little bit of Toasty henna, start blending. Just start blending the edge here. Kind of just buffing it into the look so this gets a little bit just smokier, more blown out. Also gonna bring this right underneath. Look upwards. And now it's just a lot of just going back and forth. So now I'm just going back into this brush so that we've got a nice sharp edge, but then it just kind of poofs out and blends into the eye look. And the more time you take with this and the more layers you do, the better. It's just gonna build up and get just so dimensional by adding all these different layers and shades together. So today I mainly used this brush for doing this shadow wing. You can use this for a gel wing if you want to do more of like a liquid liner sort of look, like just a straight up cat eye. You can use this to highlight your brow bone, the inner corner. You can use this to contour your lips. You can also use the fluffy brushes to contour your nose with. There's just so many things that you can do with each brush. If I'm doing a more blown out eye look, and I think I showed this in the tutorial on Sigma's website, I usually use this for underneath just to really pack on the color on the lower lash line. But today, since I'm doing more of this winged look, I didn't do that. But yeah, you can use this for so many different things. Oh, you could also use this for brow powder if you want to fill in your brows with brow powder. Yes, okay. So I'm going to do my mascara. I'm using the Tarte Man Eater mascara. I'm really focusing it out here on the outer part of the lashes to give that more winged effect. Okay, this look looks bomb as is, just with mascara, but I'm gonna apply some lashes. I applied lashes yesterday with this look and oof, it took it over the top. So what I did was I took my, I thought these were my wispies. They literally look identical. They look just like wispies from Ardell, but they're the Kiss Pixies. Pixie, wispy, whatever. I cut them up. So right now these are shaped into a more rounded effect, and I just kind of cut them up, misplaced them, and made it more of a wing effect. So I'm gonna try to use the same lashes that I used yesterday. Hopefully they're not all gunky. So I just added the 3 sections, the outer part, middle, and the front part, and you can see just the difference between this eye and this eye. It just adds that extra bit of drama, and I'm gonna push these down and push these up so it just continues with that whole shape. Now I'm gonna go into the Vive Velvet Sands lip pencil. This is one of my favorite lip pencils ever, and this shade is just so beautiful. So I'm going to line and overline my lips and then fill them in with this lip pencil. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in with one of my favorite new lip liners. I haven't even shown you guys this yet, but these lip liners are so good. So this is the Anastasia Cool Brown Lip Pencil. This is one of the best shades. It's just like the perfect, just like shadow color for me. If you're a deeper skin tone, this can be the perfect nude for you. It's just beautiful. So I like to layer my lip liners together. So I'm gonna go right along the edges and just kind of like mend that with this lip pencil. I'm gonna grab the Fox 3 brush and blend the darker lip liner in. Ma'am, I think I'm just gonna go into Sierra from Makeup by Mario, one of my favorite nude lipsticks. And just tap. So this is the final look. This has been my go-to glam look lately. Just sort of like an everyday sort of look, but obviously a little bit amped up. The lip is a little bit more of a bold nude. The lashes, just it being like a more full face of makeup, a fuller coverage foundation. All right, guys, that completes everything for this tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing not only how to get this look, but also just an in-depth demonstration of my brush set. I'm so excited for you guys to see this finally, and I can't wait for you guys to receive it. I hope you love it just as much as I do. A huge thank you to Sigma for collaborating with me on this. I'm just so honored to even be a part of the Sigma family and that they wanted to do this with me. I'm so excited. And thank you so much to you guys for following me and watching my videos and supporting this channel and helping to make something like this happen. So yeah, you can get your brush set at sigmabeauty.com right now. I will link it down below. You can check it out there. My discount code doesn't apply on top of the brush set, but if you see anything else at Sigma that you want, my discount code is Brianna Sigma for 10% off. That's it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing. Let me know if you want to see more tutorials with my breast set. Let me know if you want to see more tutorials with my brush set. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye.